Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Deep Space Transmissions, the series in which we take you to the outermost reaches of the Milky Way galaxy. There it is. We're getting started early today.
All right, yay. Life.
It's so dark here.
Where is it? Where is it?
Come on.
We know it's coming.
You interrupt. He's waiting for the bark.
We're all waiting
She
for
says, hold on.
That's...
She says, hold on. All right, ready? Now.
Farm.
It sounded like a fart today. Is Millie okay?
He says it sounded like a fart today. He wants to know if you're okay. So far.
With me, as always, are Commanders Taylor and... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying it's not quite as allergist as it has been.
Well, with me, as always, today are Commanders Taylor and Psychon Jr. We're working on some new technology and stuff that will allow us to also bring more camera views. Namely, one Mr. Psychon Jr. To this glorious, wonderful stream of ours.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Let's go check in on. Yeah, look, there he is. Yeah, we done it. We did a thing with the stuff.
Okay, is it this one or?
That's awesome. You seeing this, bro?
No, I'm not looking yet.
All right, let's go ahead and cut back over.
Okay.
Awesome.
So we are going to a new waypoint now, aren't we?
Yeah, I forgot to update that information in the bot. And you know why I forgot to update that information in the bot? Because I don't have a good picture of Waypoint 2. I should go through and just make a couple of quick pictures. Ooh. Oh man, the names of these things are just... I can't tell. Which one is next?
It's going to be the second one.
I know.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I should probably rename those to something a little shorter.
Maybe like...
They display fine until they're shared, right?
STWH. STWH, maybe? What do you think?
Sure. Let me do that real quick with Waypoint 2.
And meanwhile, I am plotting my route to Waypoint 2. What's this song? It's a good song. I dig
It's
it.
something out of the 90s, it sounds like.
It does seem that way. Speaking of which, let me also...
So, I'll go through so it's shared, right? So you guys should get the updated names as I change them. I'm gonna go through and rename all these real quick. You go ahead and just kind of get everybody up to speed on what we're doing.
Okay, we're going to Waypoint 2.
Everyone's up to speed.
Fucking brilliant. Happy Halloween, y'all.
Happy Halloween. What's awesome about Waypoint 2? Waypoint 2, I think was just sort of a middle point, or maybe was this the P-type anomalies that were here?
No, those are later, I think. Go look at Inara.
Looking at Inara. Let's go take a look. Oh, 7, Commander
should we be
Puggle. It
looking
is
at
amazing.
ADP?
It is fantastic to see you, my friend. Nope.
Maybe we should look in the galaxy map, right? Like according to our video from this week?
Well, no. That doesn't have our mission data.
No, but we did do a thing this week, didn't we?
Did we do a thing? What did we do?
Video came out.
Yeah,
There's a YouTube thing.
we released a new vision. we done released it. We subscribe. We released a new video again this week. It's episode 2 Petra Almanova, right? Episode
Yes,
2 of
I think
Colonia
so.
Engineers released on Friday. It is Petra Almanova. Go check that out. Link to our YouTube, I think, is in the down below. We're still trying to hit that sweet 100 subscriber mark to get that sweet custom URL. So let me see.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Why am I not seeing the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, it just says waypoint 2, status pending. Let's see. Yeah, there's no descriptor or anything on here yet.
Is there anything in the POI column?
Oh, notable phenomena.
It's a possibly interesting.
I could see the loading bar.
So that's a ways out, man, right? 18,000 light years. But I promise you, there are interesting things to see there. I won't tell you what they are. But there are things that we have not seen on our journey yet.
Yeah, this will be awesome. Whoa.
So you're promising Raxla.
I'm promising woo.
Apparently. Woo.
Ship's dog, right?
Woo. All right, guys. Yeah, that's that. So there's the photo of our current waypoint. Not really not really. We just have some notable phenomena here. I guess we'll find out more when we get there. I don't even know how he knew there were.
She's singing too.
We're gonna. I feel it's Halloween. Happy Halloween. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of that. So I'm lifting off. I want to put back in space.
I'm still plotting a route here, so it's gonna take a minute. You got a head start on me because I had to go through and rename all those waypoints because you guys are idiots, can't tell the difference between them.
Well, I'm sorry that you don't have your computer properly formatted to send us anything but stars.
It's full of
You might want to
stars.
look up a little bit further, so that way I don't just ram into your ship, Commander VG.
My God, it's full of stars.
What? Okay.
Landing gear.
Landing
Fuck
gear.
you.
Just Dave. Damn clock changes. I'm late. You are here exactly when you were meant to be here.
And not a moment sooner.
Not a moment sooner. Welcome aboard. Yes,
Man.
I've added the chat widget. It's I'm still kind of playing with it, and we're gonna see how it works out, and I will, I'll resize it as we go. But yes, chat is there. Technology.
Man,
Yeah.
seeing that nebula, nebula in that corner of my cockpit.
Yeah. Okay, that is really cool. I just angled up toward it.
Engage Super Cruise.
Engage Super Cruise.
Preparing for cruise.
Wow, that took Vega like an entire minute. Like, hey, are you
I just
okay?
realized I hadn't started eating back up.
Well,
I'm a little behind today.
a little bit. How is Taylor? Just Dave is
Not-
asking. Let's find
I'm
out.
still working on my first drink of the day.
And see that.
So today is October 31st. You know what that means?
It's spooky
That
time.
means it-
3 weeks until
It's a day. It means it's 6 weeks until sake.
Hey, 6 weeks until sake. I'm excited.
So tomorrow's November 1st, and I will be starting a batch of sake. And per Commander VG Punks' request, I will be streaming that in Discord.
I'm very happy about this, by the way. Yeah. I see. Even after the fact, I don't think I'm ever going to go back to not using Chroma Cam. I really like the Twitch bot integration stuff that it does. It's so cool. All right. I'm like,
There's that ant nebula over there, the old
Yeah,
dumbbell nebula.
yeah, I'm looking at that dumbbell nebula right now, and I'm just like, 07, buddy. It was fun.
Oh, it was so cool.
07.
Nauseating, but cool, right?
Yeah, it was nauseating but cool.
Well, it was cool until I actually dropped into the thing when I tried to safety jump.
I also dropped into the black hole though, and then it was extra nauseating.
I watched some of the highlights from that this week, and those were pretty good.
Make the jump.
8-Bit Siren asks, in space, is there still trick-or-treating? Of course there is. Of course there is.
Oh, I mean, there's
Everyone dressed as Stargoids.
Hey, Sonic, welcome to the show. 07, man.
Hyperspace checking system.
Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
For your crunchy
Stand by.
and good with ketchup.
Scanning
Indeed.
now. Collating. Compiling
Indeed.
data. Updating.
It's a
hard drive.
party. Ooh, the PogChamp. I really love the camera effects. I think that's just so cool. Be cool if I could like add them to you guys' cameras as well, but that's outside my capabilities.
I'll get around to writing them at some point, but
Scanner mode.
Right away, Commander.
12 bodies. What do we got here?
Yeah, they're all snowballs.
Is it dope?
Maybe a couple of HMTs.
It's dope, isn't it? Because I totally just read that doo-doo pee-pee. Not gonna lie. Yes. Doo-doo pee-pee. Scanner mode. Yes, we are, we're the, oh yeah, I already did that. We are the maturest. I'll just, sip my red wine. Doo-doo pee-pee.
System map.
8-Bit says Mars has the best bars.
If you like peanut butter.
System map.
Vectors.
Oh, I get it. Because Mars, okay. I was like, you've been to the bars on Mars?
Yeah, all this is mapped and discovered.
Yeah, I think we're gonna hit a bit of that, I feel like. Hit
Scanning
some
for
more of that.
information.
Stuff being already discovered, because we were, we just checked out something that was like totally like visible from the galaxy map, and I feel like a lot of those kind of phenomena. What?
I feel like we're a little behind.
Well, sure. Make the jump.
Yes, happy Halloween indeed. I am this is my Halloween costume. I'm a atheist. Ooh.
Oh, I had you confused with an asshole.
Scanner mode.
And I am a fisherman because, as you can see by the picture on my shirt, I caught a fish that big.
Wait, hold on. What? Okay, now I get it. We have got to get your camera in this view as well. This is going to be awesome. So we have some stuff working. We're going to put some more work into it after the stream, but we just didn't have enough time to implement everything beforehand. But yes, camera now, which is amazing. This is super fantastic. We'll do some more on that a little bit later.
Hello, neutron star.
Scanner mode. Something's got to be here.
That's
I haven't
affirmative.
seen one of those in a
No,
while.
nothing's here.
25 bodies here, too.
First two ones I jumped into had nothing there. You're a space commander. That's true. That's true. He's a space commander fisherman. Yeah, he flies to different water worlds and stuff and
Maximum
fishes
velocity
on them
engaged.
if they have life.
So, did you guys see some of the stuff in the news for Ghana this week?
A little bit, yeah.
Optimal level.
Looks like the Federation and Empire might be heading to war.
Well, I mean,
Scanning.
so here's something interesting. Like, apparently there was an attack on the Emperor by the Nova Imperium, which is the group who we thought we eliminated in the joint Federation Imperial assault a couple of years ago. Remember the CG where we had to capture like for systems for either the Federation or the Empire? Well, I mean, apparently they're back, and they tried to kill the Empire. So, yeah, you know, more of that Duval luck coming in and being assassinated.
Yeah,
So-
wow.
Yeah, Nova Imperium are a terrorist organization, right? That's how they're categorized. But like any other resistance type thing that is, you know, their goal is to not be, you know, eliminated by the existing government.
Making
And
it so.
eventually they want to overthrow that government, right? And so they're doing what any other resistance would do. They divide themselves into cells, right? And then each cell doesn't know anything about the other cells, making it impossible for you to find all the rest of the cells, even just by capturing one, right? So let's face it. Anybody who thought that the Nova Imperium had been wiped out by that community goal was kidding themselves.
Well, to be fair, like, this was something where it was like
Systems now.
one of the people who was
Complete.
captured
System now.
was supposedly like the brainchild of the
Hull
Nova
integrity is
Imperium.
within limits.
And maybe it's true that it was a bit wishful thinking, but at least according to the news reports, they
Gathering
were saying, you know, they've
Cartography
been
updated.
basically wiped out to the point of being ineffective in doing
Because no government ever lies in their propaganda.
Well, of course not.
Sorry, I should probably not get that grim about this.
You know what? How about we do it this way? Ba, ba, ba.
But it's not exactly as if that was the only news that happened for this week, huh?
Oh, do tell.
So, some spooky things started showing up. Some signals that were trying to be translated from binary, which
Huh.
led to a message that said something. He keeps watching the stones.
So you're hinting about this, right? But just start at the beginning. Assume we know nothing about it, because I don't.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, right?
Where it started was there was a series of a series of images that was posted to the
Okay.
Elite Instagram, which were in binary, and
Huh.
based off all, and people were still trying to translate exactly what they said, but the basic message that they were able to translate before Thursday or so said something like Colstack Nebula stones. He keeps watching the stones.
You know what that reminds me of, right?
What's that?
It puts lotion on its skin where it gets the hose again.
What? Why does that remind you of that?
Keeps watching this. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's just me. I'm weird.
I mean,
See, for me, I would have gone with the X-Files.
oh,
Do
Well,
tell.
truth is out there. Yeah, truth is out there, man. Keep watching the skies.
okay. So, what happened? Like, did
Thyroids.
Well, supposedly. I mean, they received an audio transmission through the Elite Twitter that the message was transcribed to say, "This is Dr. Murphy reporting. I'm a geologist, part of Professor Carver's planetary survey team." And then he goes, I think they're all dead." And so people were trying to see if they could locate this, where this seemed to be coming from. They guessed it was probably in the Colsack Nebula is where to start looking. Apparently there was another crashed Argoid ship that was discovered, as well as an empty fleet carrier or some kind of super ship, not necessarily one of the not like the abandoned what were they called?
The generation ships?
Yeah, not like the generation ships, but like a large ship that was just empty.
Huh.
So a mega ship.
Yeah, so like a mega ship.
Interesting.
That's as much of the news as I was able to get. At least I didn't get to tune into the streams when people were looking out there, but...
Well, I found a water world, but I am bypassing it because it's already been mapped.
Okay. Actually,
Interesting things are afoot.
Just Dave says, love me some Hallow Scream.
Just a map.
Semi-lurk. No worries.
So yeah, but the reason why the Empire and the Federation are going to war is with this community goal this week, the Marlin is back, and apparently the Federation are intent on delivering supplies to them. Whereas, of course, the Empire are kind of like, no, not so much, because they're trying to, disrupt things for us.
Scan for cartography.
Yeah, okay.
So
dude.
tensions are increasing between the Federation and the Empire. Once again, this is really nothing new.
Yeah, right. It seems like they're always... Haven't they just always been at war? I thought that they were always at war.
I mean, it was never like... Well, no, actually, that's not true. It was kind of official, like a while back, but...
So I guess the real question that is on my mind, and maybe the mind of everybody out there, is how does this affect us commanders? Like, how does this affect us?
Well, consider if the Marlinists are provided enough supplies and are able to provide enough of a serious problem that the Empire has to make changes in order to, like, appease them.
Okay.
Right, because the Marlinists are looking to dissolve the Empire into more of a democratic base.
I mean, as long as they're not trying to close down Gudamaya, I really don't care.
Well, it might mean an end to Imperial slavery, which means an end to the Gudamaya ships being built.
See, that would be a problem. I'd go fight that war.
You really think that Imperial slaves are like actually hired to build like ships and stuff? It seems to me that like when it comes to things like Imperial slavery, they're doing more like menial stuff. They're doing more like personal work.
Well, I mean, consider the man hours it takes in order to build these ships. I'm pretty certain, like, if they don't want these AIs to start growing sentient from so much work.
So only certain levels of shipbuilding require very specialized skills, right? Like you need the engineers to do the designing and stuff like that, right? You need specialized electricians to install the electronics, run wire, run your Cat5, stuff like that, right? But you don't need specialized, like heavily specialized skills to, I don't know, install upholstery or bolt down, bulkheads, right?
Does your ship have upholstery? My ship doesn't have upholstery.
Yes.
No, my ships do.
Maximum velocity.
Dude, like, they never had the chance to put upholstery in your ship because they didn't even get enough time to put the wires in correctly.
Well, the wires are in correctly. They're just not hidden.
Yeah, so they didn't put them in correctly. So anyway, one of the things that was talked about is, so this was an abandoned megaship that set out 2 centuries ago, and for the ship that was empty, and it returned on automatic pilot.
So it was a generation ship.
No, this was just a megaship, apparently, but like. It was detected on a collision course in the Chukchan system. Let me see. Okay, so the megaship displayed no signs of life. Tugs were deployed to wrench it into safe orbit. This caused onboard powered systems to overload with explosive results, damaging cargo holds and spilling debris. The name of the ship was confirmed as the Adamastor, but no information is available in public domain.
Aye, Commander.
Has been traveling at sublight speeds through interstellar space for nearly 200 years. All escape pods and secondary craft have been launched. Several airlocks were manually opened from within.
Oh wow. From within.
All the data drives have been deliberately erased.
Whoa.
You smell that? You smell that?
What do you smell?
Raxla.
Yeah, it says there's evidence of a reinforced cargo hold filled with what looks like the remains of environmental equipment. Recent fire damage makes it impossible to be more specific.
What's so important about Raxla? Why are people trying to find it? I don't get it.
Sargon?
Is it just like Clendathu or what?
They're trying to find Raxla because supposedly they've got much more advanced technology than we have.
What makes it so hidden? Like, how come we don't know where it is if they have all this technology? How do we know they have the technology if we don't even know where they are?
Because of how advanced it is, we believe that basically they've hidden an entire planet.
Interesting.
Actually, it's more like they've hidden an entire solar system.
I see. Interesting. So we think that somewhere out there is a hidden solar system.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Have you seen any stellar mass intelligently made objects in Elite Dangerous yet? I'm talking about Dyson spheres.
No.
Now, why is that, do you think?
Because the technology doesn't work yet?
Well, maybe mankind hasn't mastered that technology, right? But we're talking about, I think that's, Bradbury scale would be a level 3 technology, right? Where they could build a structure around an entire star and harness its entire output.
I see.
I mean, wouldn't you even think theoretically the Thargoids should be old enough and then maybe they might have developed a concept or something like that?
Or well, that's possible, right? But they may not have bothered, right?
Jumping
but
to the next
there's no reason to think that they don't. There's no reason to think that structures like Dyson spheres don't exist. Remember, there are significant portions of the Milky Way that are locked off from commanders being able to visit them because of permits, unknown permits that we have no ability to even obtain yet.
Okay.
Right? So you've got that piece of it. But think about what a Dyson sphere theoretically does. It completely encompasses a star, right? Or a solar system. And it harnesses the star's entire energy output to do whatever they wanted to do with that energy. Right?
Okay.
So it is not beyond reason that we wouldn't be able to detect or jump to a solar system that has a Dyson sphere wrapped around it, because our instruments detect stars by solar radiation, right? And we're able to jump to them and anchor at that point because of the gravitational pull of that star. Without those two pieces, you have no way to navigate there through witch space.
Okay. Interesting. Scanner mode.
Almost kind of makes you wonder what would happen, like with these commanders who, when they take these long trips, where occasionally they try to cruise, basically in real time in the super cruise mode. What would happen if if one of them randomly encountered one of these spheres?
It hasn't happened yet, but it's theoretically possible.
Like, especially if you point between two stars that they appear to be, like, say, you could have to use jumponium to get to the next star, but, like, you would think, based off star positioning, there might be one that should be in between them.
Interesting. Let's see.
All this to stay spooky, yo.
Spooky, yo.
Just saying. The whole an entire generation ship or mega ship where everybody on board left either through secondary vehicles or through the escape pods, or even just spaced themselves, or opened the interior of the ship to vacuum intentionally by manually opening all the airlocks. And they destroyed all data that might have been recorded by that ship. Smells fishy, yo.
Yeah, something ain't
Smells like
right.
that.
Something ain't right. But like, why would they deuce out from their own ship and their own life? Like, that part is the big question, isn't it?
Well, try to imagine, like...
Commander Puggle says, or drank too much rum while operating a starship.
I mean...
That has never caused me to deuce out from my own ship, but...
Like, imagine, like... You know, you heard about people who, you know, they talk about things like in sort of the science fiction lore of things like Cthulhu type stuff, you know, like
Cthulhu.
Yeah, imagine like if you came across something like that just, it was so incomprehensible that it just drove you insane.
Because the xenomorph got loose? Puggle says.
So we did find a generation ship where that happened.
We did, yeah, we did. We did find a generation ship where that happened. We visited that ship. I forget the name of it. But that was the thing.
Well,
I remember we were listening to the audio logs from that ship, and we're like, wait a minute, this is the plot to Alien. And then
Pretty much.
I've never seen Alien.
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I
can
hadn't
find,
seen Alien
you
in a
know,
long
you can
time
find,
ago.
Well, you can find it in your commander's logs, I think.
What, the movie Alien?
I mean, I've got it over here in the VCR, but
What is a VCR?
Completing system scan.
And
It's
Taylor?
a thing you plug
Gathering
your
information.
PlayStation into in order to play a game.
Oh, okay.
it's a thing that I use on a regular basis to watch porn. Well, you asked.
I just... The kind of porn that can come on a VCR, anyway.
It all has music like
It has electronic music, in that the music that made it was probably
Scatter move.
powered somehow.
Oh boy. And here we are, back again. It's a family show.
where we talk about 70s porn music.
Where we talk about 70s porn. And Bob's taste
Hey,
Bob's
you could
taste in
definitely call it
70s porn.
experimental.
Puggle says VCR porn, only the finest.
Yeah, that's right. Debbie does aerovate.
Oh my god. What the hell?
What now?
Don't repeat yourself.
Bow wow, bow wow, bow wow.
We need old Thunderthroat on here.
Thunderthroat?
You know, the movie trailer guy.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Kyle, yeah. Physics. He does that voice very, very well.
No, I'm talking about the guy who actually was doing that voice.
Oh,
You didn't notice that movie trailers with narrations disappeared in about 2008?
did they?
Yeah, they don't really have narrations anymore. That's because the guy who cornered the market on that died in 2008.
Sonic says, okay, now I'm ready for Hallows Eve. I got my herbal hype. You couldn't be talking about some onion head. Got that onion head going.
No, they're talking about a VCR.
Yeah, the
And
VCR.
And the kind of porn that comes on VCR tapes.
Girls Gone Wild. Is that the announcer you're talking about?
He goes, in a world.
That's right.
This summer.
Yeah.
That's the one.
In a world filled with chaos.
Chaos? There's a movie about chaos? Yeah. I think she would be pretty happy to hear that there's a movie. Well, I don't know if she'd be pissed to hear that there's a movie about her.
Of course there is. It's called Mad Max Fury Road.
Is that... She's not even here.
Chaos does lave. No, alright.
Why? Why are you still on this? You're just porn names for everything.
Isn't lave where horny jail is?
Okay, Just Dave. Thanks for tuning in, man. Have a wonderful evening. And sleep well. Well, speep well. Bye. My hand, like, vanishes and appears randomly.
They pay her with Levy and Brandy.
You're still on this. Are you... you know what? We're just gonna start hearing, like, this...
No, I'll go to AFK before I do that.
Will you, though? Or will you just cue the bounce?
No, he'll do that in the favorites on OC Remix, and then he'll go to BRB.
That's right. It's a family show.
Yep, it is. You know, no, it's not a family show anymore.
It's
about how not to make a family.
The creation of I don't even know how many families.
Sonic says I've been hearing that the whole time. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it is getting a little hot in here, isn't it, Ship?
Oh, is your ship on fire again? Your ship is always on fire.
Just flew a little too close to the sun.
Scanner mode.
Okay.
Okay.
I will be right back. I am going to get me some drink.
Okay. Right.
Now what are you bringing me?
What do you think?
Chalky milk.
Oh, is it chalky milk? Ooh,
Man, how come you get
it's
chalky
hot.
milk?
It's hot chalky milk.
It's hot chalky milk. Your brother gets hot chalky milk delivered to his desk.
But does it have whiskey in it?
No.
Chrissy wants some hot chalky milk.
Made with soy milk.
It was good.
Ooh,
Need
soy
need
milk.
some cayenne pepper. Nah, that's good. And she's like, I can go get some. Ooh, hello, Ammonia World.
What is it? He intentionally catches a ship on fire. He's jealous that his ship isn't as glamorous as yours. Yeah, okay. My ship is pretty glamorous.
His ship is flaming.
There. Nah.
Well, you know, that's the other big news that happened this week, right?
What's that?
Elite Dangerous in general?
Yeah?
Horizons is no longer a separate expansion.
Yeah, you get it, just for buying the game.
That's right. But what about, you ask, if you already bought Horizons?
What if you already bought
about-
Horizons?
Then you get this, bam, spiffy new paint job.
What? What? Wait, where is this happening? What are you talking about?
On my camera, man.
Oh, it's on your camera? Oh, wait, hold up. This one. Oh, whoa. What? Huh. Whoa.
For once, the DBX got as much love as any other ship.
Aw, that's nice of them. Yeah, hey,
Right.
that looks pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna cut back to me. That's such a cool effect. I'm really happy with that effect. The DST glitch static. Oh yeah. Did I already check this system out? I think there were some water worlds here. No, there was one water world here, but I think it's already been discovered. No, not here. It was in the other system. Any terraform
System
worlds? No. Okay, but this one has not been discovered yet, so much better.
Yay! So I got a system that's been discovered, but on this map too. Got terraformable, and we got pneumonia world. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, see, that's much nicer.
Friendship
Now
now engaged.
PixelPunkBot just
No
will
anomalies
blast
detected.
the mission data. I like that a lot better.
The
Hi, Tyson.
emission data?
Welcome to the show, Tyson.
Key systems are at optimum level.
How's it going? Yeah, no, it just does current
Scanning
mission,
now.
Shinobi the Way Home, and then it has the Inara Leak. Much nicer. Much nicer. It doesn't.
The mission data, not the emission data. See, I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
what are you doing?
Oh.
Pulling one out and then
Oh. You're still
you
on
took one
this.
out
You're
and then-
still on this. You just you do you have this giant basket of that next to you and you're just like pulling them out one at a time? Like, oh, look at this one.
I might. I don't know.
Commander Puggle says maybe somewhere out here you'll discover why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The world
No,
may
it's the
never
taste
know.
of Apple Jacks we can't understand.
Yeah, the taste of Apple Jacks is the one we're like,
maybe,
what?
maybe somewhere out here we'll discover a compound that will make everyone love the taste of candy corn as much as I do.
That's true.
No, okay, so look, we're talking about scientific possibilities, not impossibilities.
Scanner mode.
What is possible? Candy corn's amazing.
He says.
Really?
Supersonic says, I like candy corn.
Thank you.
Because
Don't-
I've got
tell
a
him
bag
that.
of candy corn I'd like to send you then. And it may or may not be turkey dinner flavored.
I'd try it.
How do you wait, hold on. Turkey dinner flavored, like does it also incorporate like the sides, like mashed potatoes and corn and
Yes.
So one candy corn is a turkey, one is the sweet like sweet potatoes, one is mashed potatoes, one is gravy.
wait, one is what?
He's got to go look now, because he doesn't remember all of them. Damn, she hit this. She hit this hot cocoa with some like spices or something. Man, it's pretty good.
Nice. Sonic says it's a honey-based candy. Huggle, does it involve corn? It's just honey, but why is it called corn? Because it's shaped like, well, you know what? Actually, I don't know. Why is it called corn?
So you could if you put them into an arrangement, you can arrange them into an actual corn on the cob thing. They look like corn kernels if they've been put off a cob.
Huh. Oh, hold on. I have a redeemed, say it in old-timey radio voice. Oh God.
Completing system scan for cartography.
Okay, hold on. Wow, this is an old-timey radio voice? Wow, it will not let me scroll that up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Had to like... no. Okay. Old-timey radio voice. Here we go. On 3. 1, 3.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Lambda Freelance Ninjas. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I'll have to hear that back.
Mark that.
I marked it. That's highlighted. Thanks.
Why do you hate me?
I just looked up the Wikipedia entry. I've learned something today. And you know, knowledge is our best weapon against the unknown.
That was a little underhanded, wasn't it?
Would you say it's too soon?
It's too soon.
Still a couple weeks out, I guess. Oh, we have another say it in old-timey radio voice. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see if I can really do this one up.
Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of man? The Shadow knows.
How was that? Was that good?
I think you need to listen to an episode of The Shadow.
Probably.
Whoa!
Whoa. 2 balls!
Well, what was that?
That's what we're looking at here. Are you gonna floss? You gonna thread the needle? Are you gonna slide in between those 2 balls?
How you do that floss dance again?
Let's squeeze in between those balls.
Squeeze in between them. There we go.
Is that how you do that floss dance? I don't remember. I haven't played Fortnite, so.
I think playing Fortnite is kind of a requirement for that.
Is it? You know that didn't originate on Fortnite.
Of course it did. That's where all dances originate from.
That's right.
All dances originate from Fortnite. You heard it here, folks.
Don't you know that's where the moonwalk came from? Michael Jackson totally stole that from Fortnite.
From Fortnite, yeah. The Charleston as well comes
right.
from Fortnite. Yeah. Yep. The Thriller was actually that was
also
Fortnite.
Yeah.
What other? Do we know any other dances?
The twist.
The electric slide actually came from Fortnite, as a matter of fact. Scanner mode.
Oh, this could get ugly.
It's
Doing
Acknowledgement,
it.
Commander.
Oh wow, hold up. Wait, hold on. We gotta switch scenes for this. Wait, hold on.
I got
Just
my hand on the heatsink button.
can you park in the middle of them real quick? And
hell
hold
no.
on.
You ain't doing it. 80%, 84%, 86%. Ooh, heatsink. Wow, that got scary.
It's still scary. This is a pretty cool song, actually. Scanner mode.
Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of glad I recommended it.
Affirmative, Commander.
Little supersonic, the Macarena, the time warp.
Speaking of the time warp, got to watch that this last week.
We did, yeah, that was fun. I don't remember like any of the callbacks. Which, like, you know, the Tenacious D thing was pretty fun. That you posted.
Yeah.
Also, thanks for posting. Oh, go ahead.
Was that the Pick of Destiny?
No, he posted
No.
Tenacious D doing time warp.
So,
Ah,
yeah, Tenacious did a cover of Time Warp for like supporting Get Out to Vote.
I tried to watch the Pick of Destiny once. I really did, but about 20 minutes in, I figured out that you really, really need to be high to watch that movie.
Correct.
What? No, really?
They do, though. I really love the way the stars look in this game.
Just don't get too close. As snuggly as they look, they are not for cuddling.
They are, nope. No, they're not. Commander Puckle says,
I
Oh,
know.
this is a say it in old-timey radio voice. Wow, we're getting a lot of these today. Okay, hold up. Okay. Wow, this is a long one. Okay. Hopefully I don't butcher this, but here we go.
Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you?
Yes, we do.
And, well, you should not, for my ally is the Force, and a powerful ally it is. Life creates it, makes it grow, its energies surround us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. You must feel the Force around you, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere, yes. Even between the land and the ship.
And this ship. Oh wait, chat pause due to scroll. There we go. Yeah, that was wow. That was actually hard to get through. But I did it. I made it. I made it out the other side. Yeah. I take requests.
Free bird.
I can't do a good Yoda though without coughing, so otherwise I would have done my best, but yeah, I'm just not good at it. That would have been awful. Plus it's say it in old-timey radio voice, not say it in Yoda voice, so. Scanner mode.
Aye, aye, Commander.
By the way, you might notice that there are some new point redemptions. Those are totally working, or they should totally work. Still kind of testing around with them. Yeah, old-timey Yoda probably wouldn't work. I really like the old-timey radio filter, though, that we constructed for these. Works out very well. Did it work? Did it queue? Did you see a lemon fall?
Lemons.
Oh wait, no, I'm in the wrong scene. Oh no. Did it queue? Let me try it. Let me try it myself. Did it work?
I tested them last week.
Why is
So
it
they
not
were
working?
working. But you have to be in the right. You have to be in the right scene for it.
It didn't. It's not redeeming. Why is it not redeeming? That's so strange. Linked event. Yeah, I see no lemons. I also see no lemons. They are not convincing me to buy this this software, I'm afraid. Maybe it's because of that. Let me try that. Okay, maybe I fixed it. Let's find out. What is going on here?
This seems like a pretty good time for me to step away, so I'm gonna do that.
Oh, come on.
Be back in a little bit.
So I'm seeing the WebSocket server, seeing that it's connected. Well, huh? Yeah, they're not convincing me to make that to buy their software here. I don't know. This seems to work so well for for Just Dave, but yeah, I can't get it to work. That's so weird. Anyway, here's lemons. That's what it looks like. Right? So wait,
Yeah,
maybe if
they
I'm
don't
like...
give you lemons, you just hand them back.
Now does it work? Yeah. No, wait, no, I just saw it pop up. Okay, yeah, I have no idea why that's not working. Sorry, guys. I will work on getting that working again. That's very strange. Very strange behavior indeed. Loving the Pokemon Silver song, by the way. Oh yeah, yeah. You can actually head over to rainwave.cc/OC remix and vote on the next song in the list. It's pretty neat. scanner mode. I don't know if I've already scanned this. No, I haven't finished
In
it.
order to vote, you need to be listening on their website and need to have a profile. But
Yeah, that's true. But you know, I just turned it all the way down. Yeah,
is that
yeah.
what I've been doing wrong?
Yeah, the thing that yeah, so it's an app called Better Points that hooks up to an OBS WebSocket. So essentially, like whenever you put in a point redemption, it should queue that element in my scene to like pop up and then and go away. But yeah, I'm not sure why that's not working. Very strange that that's not working. I wonder if Bark will work. Let me check Bark. Let's try it. So Bark. No, that's not working either. Dude, this is so weird. So weird.
Sounds like you need to put in a ticket.
Affirmative, Commander.
Or something. I don't know. That's so strange. I'll figure it out. I will totally get it figured out. I'll have to join their Discord server and be like, hey, this stuff isn't working at all. Like, weird. Can I do that? I wonder if I can. I will most gladly. Oh, yeah, I can. Bam. Refunded. Oh. Is it because it's not connected? So you guys got me thinking about this now. No, it says it is connected. This is so strange. Oh no? Hold on. No, I am getting a connection error. Right? Yeah. Okay, it says it's connected. Let's give it a try. Still nothing. Dude, Bark? Nothing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea why that isn't working. That's very bothersome. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Anyway. Ooh, so what's up on the voting list next? So we have some Sid Meier's Civilization 4, which actually, that's an awesome track. That's the one I voted for right now. Although we do have Edge of Darkness from Vampire Variations, and Vampire Variations is amazing too. You know what? I think I really like this Civ 4. This specific Civ 4 track that's coming up. Okay, the cam spam stuff totally works. At least I can depend on that app to actually give me what it what I would like. Yeah, I wonder what that is though. That's so weird that isn't working. Man, that's really bugging me. I mean, if it's something that's only going to work 50% of the time, then I'm going to 100%, you know, delete. Psychon, we are catching quite a lot of your breath.
All systems check out.
Or, well, it sounds like your breath anyway.
I'm not catching any of that.
No?
Stand by.
Is it mine?
Scanning now. Collating. Compiling data. Updating cartography.
No, I'm getting like a electronic symbol from the song that's playing.
Huh.
It kind of sounds like breathing.
Well, it's not there anymore. Whatever anyone did, it fixed it. Thank you.
So we also have some more news to talk about, right? Some gaming news. Well, we also have to do our honk.
Bark.
But now, apparently gamers are up in claiming we've got another, what is it, another Star Citizen in the making with what's going on with Cyberpunk.
because Cyberpunk got delayed again? I mean,
Yeah.
it's only been 8 years.
Scanner mode.
Oh wait, that starts it.
All right.
Acid Honey! Thank you so much for your subscription. You are amazing. And you've been subscribed for 5 months, dude. That is awesome. What is your first icon? What is that? Founder. Oh, okay, that's cool.
It means you're one of the first who subscribe to the channel, usually like the first 25 or something.
Yeah, Acid Honey is a good bean.
Hello, Waterworld.
Yeah, but the other thing I wanted to talk about, well, I wish I could talk about it to, who was it? Who's the one who has the VR stuff?
Nakona? Actually, Nakona and Urza both have VR setups now.
I think it was Urza. So apparently, more of the Facebook taking over Oculus has been leaked. So
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah. Starting with the Oculus Quest 2, even if you had an Oculus account, you have to have a Facebook account in order to use it. And it has to be an
never buying one.
Sorry. Yeah, and not only that, by 2023, all the old equipment will be retroactively made to require a Facebook account to be linked in order to use it. And if you ever delete or, account gets blocked or whatever, all the games that you had on that account are also lost.
Yeah, that's not going to go over well. I think that's a poor business decision, and it's going to end up costing them.
Yeah, I agree with that, though.
So the real question is, how much would it really cost them considering it's Facebook?
Well, I mean, there is the concept of Facebook money, right? But they're also they're a business. They're in it to make money. Okay, and the reason that they would buy any company would buy another company like Oculus is to make money off of the thing that Oculus is selling, right? So Facebook is trying to find a way to increase the profits that they make off of selling Oculus Rifts, which is fine, right? That's the thing. But it is an open market. There are competing products for virtual reality, and you don't have to buy an Oculus Rift. So its main selling point is that it's cheaper than its competition, but now you have to deal with the Facebook political bullshit.
Acid Honey says, I have to have audio only because no internet is set up yet. You guys in costume? I am an atheist. Ooh, atheism. And if not, will we have a Discord costume party later? That is a good idea.
Yeah, I am a fisherman because if you could tell by watching my shirt on the stream, I caught a fish this once.
I wanted to do a costume today, I really did, but I was not able to find the costume components that I wanted for the costume I wanted. So I just dressed up as an asshole.
Accurate.
Oh, so your everyday costume.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is such a cool
Jack
song.
Dalton thing. I sort of wanted to do Jack Dalton, but I was not able to find a bomber jacket or a pilot's.
Ooh, yeah. I was gonna say like, ooh man, that would have been nice.
Yeah, wow.
I could totally pull that character off, but
I was gonna say, do you have the well-coiffed hair for that?
Oh, well, if it's gonna be under a hat, does it matter?
Fair.
And the word you're trying to say, Psychon, is coiffed.
No, it's Iceland.
Fuck you, Psychon. Alright, we got it. That's it. Bingo, I got it.
Bingo. Acid Honey says, lol, Psychon, you're adorable. Well, I mean, you all are, but... Cam spam is pretty fun. I actually really enjoy this app a whole lot, which is why I'm never going to stop using it, because it's awesome. I have some other kind of effects that I'm working on, particularly with like emojis and things. So we'll see how that goes later on down the line. I have a lot of more work to put into this show, kind of on the back end. We have a lot going on, but right now the focus is getting episode 4 of Colonia Engineers out, because like that is actually still in progress.
Almost. So, I mean, yeah. I was gonna say though. So, I mean, giving your opinion, Bob, what do you think would be Mac's opinion of the Facebook news?
I like how he's asking you for your opinion about someone else's opinion.
All right, so
it's very meta.
He's it's very meta, but he's also asking because I've known Nakona for almost 20 years, right?
Yeah,
so
you've seen him. You've seen him naked. You've.
Unfortunately true.
At the same time.
He points his phone camera down like, "Oh, you asshole."
I broke Bob.
No, this is my asshole, and he puts it. No.
I love your Nakona impression.
Scan it now.
Somebody clip that and send it to Nakona.
So what would Nakona's opinion be of this Facebook move to force their social media into a gaming platform? I mean, really think about that for a second. So what would he say about that?
Do what?
He says he would say, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I own the piece of equipment, and I got the know-how that I would make whatever changes I need to be to continue using it, no matter what Facebook has to say. Cause fuck them."
Scanner mode.
Just saying, that's probably what I would say.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we clip this, and we're gonna have to at Nakona, let him see this.
I'm not doing the accent quite as heavy as next. No, thank you.
She'll
Not
get
right
to you.
now.
She'll be able to answer you in a
You don't
bit.
have
Looks like
enough, you don't
she's,
have
in the
enough
middle of
chew in
the
your
match.
mouth, right?
Yeah. Cookie.
Hey guys.
No, it's because I don't have a cigarette in my mouth because he's a dirty smoker. But
I don't miss it.
I'm not getting his accent quite right because his accent is very heavy. It's more like, "Where's you a fork?"
Scanner mode. What the heck?
Affirmative, Commander.
Don't exit my scanner mode while I'm doing it, Vega. That's not nice. Not very nice.
It's like that joke that I laid on Rachel and her friends last night. Did you hear about the Alabama man who got arrested for trying to stick his penis in a clock?
No.
He heard the time was relative.
That's terrible. Thank you. You single-handedly ruined my week. Thank you. Yep, well, family stream ruined. Thanks.
Okay, everyone, have a good night.
Have a good night. That's our show.
That's our show.
That's it. Oh, hey, it's this song.
Is it gonna be?
In other news,
Oh God, what is he gonna say next?
No. All right, you know what? I was gonna go dirty with this, but I could. I totally could.
Oh no. Wait, wait, hold on. You were gonna go dirty with this?
I wasn't gonna,
Oh,
but I could.
you weren't gonna.
I could.
Okay. I mean, do whatever makes you happy, I suppose.
So, we're talking science, right? And, Commander Psychon raised the interesting point that he wanted to talk about the Hunter Moon that's happening this weekend.
Course adjustment.
Right, Psychon?
Oh yeah, that's right. He did raise the.
Well, I believe the segment is called "You've Been Bobbed," not "You've Been Psychon." So.
No, you raised it, right? So we have a second full moon for the month of October, right?
Completing system
Yeah.
scan.
And it's a full moon that's happening on Halloween, which is pretty rare, right? And those two combine to give us a Hunter's Moon. Actually, I think it's the second full moon happening in a season. I don't remember exactly.
Well, the other part to it is that you will also be getting light from Mars.
We will be getting a light from Mars.
Whoops.
At least those of us that go outside and actually look at the sky.
What's the sky? Is that thing that's is that thing that keeps us from having snow?
Yes. The answer is yes. I'm working on getting Psychon's camera in our scene as well. But
so Commander, go on.
Sorry, the answer to your question though is yes. You can totally get a freebie one. I know that I missed that last one. I'm sorry about that. But go ahead and throw one in. I'll refund it. And yeah. Sorry, go on.
Commander Psychon had raised the thing about the Hunter Moon, which I don't really care about. What's more interesting to me is that NASA released information this week regarding the presence of water ice on the moon. So we had already had confirmation that there was water ice in the shadowy recesses of craters and such at the lunar poles, which is interesting, and both interesting and vital information. But more interesting than that is that NASA has now learned that water ice on the moon is more common than they previously thought. It's not just at the poles; it's even on the sunward-facing side of the moon.
Huh.
And that is a critical piece of information because they're finding the presence of water ice in, however minute amounts in these shadowy recesses of, craters on the moon that would be incredibly important when we send people up there to start building colonies.
Interesting. Water on the moon.
So the presence of water on the moon is an incredible discovery. It's a huge boon. The idea that we could potentially have people living on the moon within a generation, within our lifetimes.
Adjusting for jump.
Man, that's really interesting.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm moving there first chance I get.
Depends on how good the internet is.
Well, I mean, we have already messed things up pretty bad here, even though we're trying to get things better. We might as well get started on other planets.
That's right.
No atmosphere to block from incoming objects.
Or heat.
Yeah.
Or landing gear.
Yeah, that's another thing. You always have to protect from landing gear. Stray landing gear, just like that. What was I gonna do with that joke? I don't know. Scanner mode.
Make the jump.
Complying.
I was just kind of keeping my mouth shut, waiting to see where you were going to end up. It's like he's painting himself into a corner. This ought to be interesting.
Sonic says water on the moon makes sense. I mean, it was part of the Earth at one point. That is a good question. How would water have wound up there? Do you think it implies that... Oh, go ahead.
They're not entirely certain how water would end up there. It could have been a remnant of whatever lunar atmosphere once existed. It could have more likely been deposited by cometary impacts on the moon. Or it could even, it could be astronaut pee, right? We did send people to the moon back in the 60s.
That's true. By the way, we have a say it in radio voice that I am just about to read right now. Here we go. Okay, hold on. I gotta read it to myself real quick because it's a little... Okay. We wish you a Merry Halloweeny. That feels weird to say. Why would you make me say... Okay. We wish you a Merry Halloweeny and a spooky New Year.
Yeah, that was more of a movie trailer voice.
It kind of was more of a movie trailer. I mean... I was trying to, like, make it spooky, but I'm not good at spooky. I'm not very good at spooky.
It's skooky.
We wish you a Merry Halloweeny and a spooky New Year.
There you go.
Skooky. I have refunded that for you, by the way. I'm still sad that lemons and bark aren't working. Can't live without lemons and bark. I'm gonna have to remove those, I'm afraid. That's unfortunate, but you know, sometimes I implement stuff and it doesn't work.
Well,
Everything's
it was working last week.
Yeah, now it's not. I don't know why. Everything's set up. It's all connected and ready to go, but for some reason, it's not working at all. So, no idea. Whoa. You have done some pretty amazing stuff with that Furby emoji. I kind of love it.
I mean, you know, aren't Furbies like the perfect representation of Halloween? I mean, is there anything that human beings have produced that is more creepy cute than a Furby?
Particularly Chrissy's creepy Furby that would randomly just go off, even if it was turned off, was pretty creepy.
AC1DH0 gifted a tier 1 sub to Commander Huggle.
You know, 19, 20, 21 years old, who used to, he was a bit of a hacker. And
Emote Explosion! Thank you so much for for gifting that sub. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Go ahead.
No. He used to have fun taking. He would go and he'd buy a Furby, right? And then he'd set his computer up with an IR port, and then he would use his computer to reprogram the Furby to swear. And then he would return it to the store.
Oh my god. That.
And let the Furby teach all the other Furbies in the store how to swear.
Amazing. Whoa.
Yeah, Dan Mullen, if you're still out there somewhere, respect.
Yeah, really. Seriously, respect.
Huh?
Ass.
No, that was Dan that was doing that. The bark right beside me now.
Now we're getting a lot of bark today. Is she okay?
We are. He's asking if you're okay. Because we're getting a lot of bark today.
Is it the Texas allergies that are coming up there?
It's the seasonal change. The change in barometric pressure messes with their sinuses.
You know what? It does that to me too.
So, you know, you guys are transitioning from summer to fall right now. We're transitioning from fall to winter. And welcome to Alaska.
Yeah, we're, you know, we don't even do winter here. We just, we just skip out on winter entirely. And we go directly right into spring, actually. It's like fall happens and fall continues throughout what other places know as the winter. But yeah, it doesn't get cold, no snow, nothing like that. It's just, you know, it might get cold like a day.
Up here we have 4 seasons, right? And they go like this: early winter, midwinter, late winter, next winter.
Next winter. That's why you have also two types of houses. Big igloo and little igloo.
That's right. and two types of common vehicle, right? Caribou and moose.
Oh my gosh. I finally find a system that has some terraformables in it, and it's already been scanned and mapped.
I mean, that is what we said we were expecting.
Through the whole trip, though? No way.
No. We will be leaving the beaten path
Not
soon.
right now.
I'm already off of the beaten path. You're a little bit behind.
But
I have another say it in radio voice, guys. Here we go. Supersonic, you are a cool dude and a supportive Twitch follower, and we are glad you're here. I hope your day gets amazing. I do, genuinely hope your day gets amazing, man. It's been really cool having you. Keep being awesome. Guys, do I want to scan these even though they've already been scanned, or do I want to skip?
It's up to you if you want to divert. It depends on they're terraformables, right? How many of them are there and how far away are they?
What do you guys think, chat? They're 117.14 light seconds. There are two terraformables, one is a water world.
Go map them.
I mean, if they're that close, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you're still going to get 1 million credits for it.
Yeah, okay.
Right? And that's a million credits more than you had, right?
Yes. Yeah, I love this Zelda 2 music as well.
That fleet carrier.
Yeah, you need every cent you can get for that fleet carrier.
You know what? That is a fair point. I should be scanning everything exhaustively, even if it's already been scanned. This is such a great song, though. I really liked the music from Zelda 2. I mean, I liked Zelda 2, but I know a lot of people didn't like that game.
A lot of people hate on that game, but I really liked it.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna totally get a fleet carrier. Absolutely, dude. As soon as we get back to the bubble, hopefully I'll have enough by then. I don't think I'll have enough by then, but I am gonna do my best to get a fleet carrier at that point.
So the current plan is he's gonna buy a fleet carrier. I'm gonna open a bar on it, right?
Yep.
And I don't know what Commander Sycon's gonna do. You want to remind me on that one?
Probably take all the. I'm probably gonna take all the stuff from the bar.
Mm-hmm. He'll be drinking at the bar with me and you're gonna be a bartender. It's cute. It's really cute.
I'm gonna be a bar owner. I'll hire a bartender. Fuck that.
Yes, it is five.
NPC do that shit.
So and Puggle says
Imperial slave to tend the bar for me.
And Puggle says it's what, 5 billion just for the base model?
Yes.
What do you mean by the base model? Can you define the base model?
Buy the ship.
Okay, so it's not like, okay, you buy it for 5 billion, but then you're gonna have to sell it back and get a better one or something. You have to buy it, and then you're talking about getting, aside from the kit, it's just 5 billion for the base. Yeah.
Right, and then you kit it out.
Adding in the that's not including the outfitting, putting in the market, getting the interstellar factions and stuff.
We'll get there.
Interstellar factors. Yeah.
Yeah, and
interstellar cartography.
And its upkeep. I'm not too worried about the upkeep. I think I'll be able to handle that because once we get back to the bubble, I'm going to be putting more than 1 day a week in for sure. I have a lot of stuff on the backlog to do.
That actually
all of it pew-pews.
A lot of it pew-pews.
So one of the creators, Yamix, actually produced a video earlier, I think the last couple of days or so, that asked, why do you still play Elite? So, I mean...
Oh, interesting.
Should we sort of kind of talk about why we're still playing Elite?
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's open up with where this all started. Commander Taylor, why are you still playing Elite?
No, you run with that. You started, you run with it.
Oh, well, okay. What do you mean I started?
Well, you started to answer, you run with it.
Oh.
Why are you still playing it?
Because it's fun? I really enjoy a lot of the game loops that that this game has to offer. I really, unlike a lot of the other games that I've played, where they're very gamey and you're kind of like, you go in sort of with this very specific set of instructions, so to speak. Let's take a game that that I think actually kind of comes close to how Elite Dangerous is, namely Skyrim. I always think about Elite as being Skyrim in space, and that's not accurate entirely. Because Skyrim, you had quests and things like that you did. You do have missions here, but they're not to the point. They kind of have that randomly generated sort of, feeling to them, I suppose. So there is no end to them, in other words. But
well, I was gonna say also with the missions, like they're not exactly like, a story narrative to lead you to a certain place.
Exactly. So, really, I think what I really love about this game is how everything you do feels like it's impactful in the universe. I think that it's just really cool that, just interacting with a station can spread that station's factions into other systems. Like, that's such a cool dynamic of this game.
It's impactful, but in a very, very small way, right? And that's one of the things I love about this game is it recognizes that one person can have an impact, can change the world, right? But only an extraordinary person is going to make a extraordinary impact by themselves. Okay, take for example the person who discovered where Jacques Station ended up.
Yeah.
Right? But your average Joe, they're going to contribute to the way that the game works and the way that the story plays out in a very small way. But it's still a way that matters, and that's what I really like about it, is that is an accurate reflection of real life.
Yeah.
You are
Simulator.
Not the hero of the galaxy. You are not here to save the universe.
I mean, I am.
You're here to just do whatever you want.
I'm all those things. But I also do whatever I want.
Yeah, he's here to shoot the fireworks, but...
Yeah, no.
Well, so ultimately what I like about this game is it doesn't put any pressure on the player.
Bye, Acid.
Right?
Thanks for dropping in.
If you want to go and do some mining, go do some mining. You want to be a space trucker, be a space trucker. You want to be go do some pew-pews and shoot down some pirates or cops. Go do it.
I feel like that was an underhanded...
You want to go, like, harass other players, like, online, like, how we're in open. You want to do that too.
You could be a pirate. You could be anything you want. And that's just so beautiful about this game. You see my ship? Look at my ship. She's gorgeous. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it, Bob.
It gives you enough freedom of self-expression, right? Without being so wide open that it's disruptive to other players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Know what you're saying.
Speaking of the paint jobs, have you gotten the chance to install your paint job, Commander Taylor?
Have you, Commander Taylor? Have you got that new paint job?
Yeah, new one that they announced that came out?
Didn't we talk about that earlier?
Did we talk about that earlier?
I don't think we talked about that.
I don't remember.
I think Commander Psychon might have been taking a shit when we did it.
Commander Puggle says, "Look at my ship. My ship is amazing. Give it a lick." It's just like crazy.
Commander Psychon, are you watching? Here you go. Here's my spiffy new paint job.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no, I was just asking.
There you go.
I think it looks awesome.
My spiffy new Azure paint job.
Even Atlas loves it. He said just now. It is pretty.
I am really digging this paint job, actually.
Yeah? I like it.
System map. There's nothing here. Did I...
Scanner mode.
Oh, yeah. They didn't scan yet.
Also,
That's
Woke
why.
Woke dropped in. Are you still there, Woke? Sorry, I missed that.
Did he bring pics with him? I know it's kind of late for them.
Woke, how are you, man? Scanner mode.
I hope Pix is doing better. She didn't stream Alien on Friday because she was kind of having a rough day.
Yeah, I hope she's feeling better too. Doing some Woke. Good. I'm glad she's
Just
doing
a minute.
better. That's awesome. He says she's doing better.
That's good. And I know how rough it is on you know the husband or significant other when you know the other half of the relationship is having a rough time. I still have a hard time recognizing when my wife is having problems with her depression. So
Same though. It's a
and I've been married to her for 26 years.
26 years.
Yes, I remember.
You remembered.
Wow, you already passed the silver anniversary.
Yes.
I feel like we need like an Xbox achievement thing for that.
Right?
Put it on your like profile or something.
I mark the achievement in how far past my own parents' marriage did I get.
Fair. Woke says, "Did you get married when you were 5?"
Thanks.
He says
You see the
10.
gray in this beard?
He says 10.
Scanning.
Yeah, I'll just let him keep guessing. I'll give you a hint. 8-bit Siren was 3.
8-bit Siren was 3. Nope, that didn't tell me anything. No idea.
What a world!
Scanner mode.
As you wish.
Oh wow, that worked, actually.
I was gonna say, I'm waiting to see if that worked.
Took him like a minute, but it worked. I love how he points out the like gray in his beard. I've got it too, though. Except mine's platinum. So I only put out platinum.
Jumping to next system.
What's wrong with me?
Frame shift. Now
I'm gonna
engaged.
continue to sip my wine.
I mean, I don't know, you're only 5 years younger than I am.
5 years?
Right? Yeah, 5 years.
3 years.
No.
Scanning for information.
I'm 37. I'm not old.
Right? You're 37. That makes you 5 years younger than me.
I feel like it was just yesterday.
math.
You were
You suck
telling me.
at
He's the answer. Yeah, Commander Taylor is the answer to life in every universe and everything.
Oh yeah, okay. You see, he's just like forever 40 in my eyes.
I'm forever 35.
I'm sure he wish he could be.
Ouch, Sonic says, yeah, married in your 60s. '30s is like 20, but with money. Or 30 is like 20, but with money. 40 is like 30, but with back pain. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Scanner mode.
Acknowledge.
I already have back pain though. I don't want any more.
Hate to break it to you.
Oh, wait,
No.
you get more.
You're only a couple years away from hurting after sex. Just saying.
Okay. Okay.
You'll be a week later. You'll be like, "Not tonight, hon. I'm still sore from last time."
start working out furiously. Yeah.
Then you'll be too sore from working out.
Yeah, then I'll be too sore from working out. Book says you were ahead of your age. Yes, I yeah. No, a lot of my back pain and stuff comes from the fact that I am actually 6'6", and yeah, it sucks. But it's that's just a thing that all of us tall folk go through, or so I'm told. I don't know. I only have my own experiences to relate, but. Sonic says, I've had back pain since my early 20s. Yeah, no. I mean, it's like in my 30s that I realized, like, there's so much stuff you can do wrong that I wasn't previously aware of. Like, you can sleep wrong. Like, how do you sleep wrong?
Maximum
like,
velocity engaged.
I thought you just, like, hit the bed and close your eyes, but apparently, like, you can sleep wrong. You can sit down wrong. You can step wrong. That's a thing. Like, one time I stepped wrong, and it hurt my back really bad. Stepped wrong.
Shoot, I've stepped wrong and hurt my heel, my back, and...
Right, now I have, you can fart wrong, which, like, the outcome to that is a lot more messy.
I was wondering when the diarrhea joke would come up.
Damn it, you know me too well. Am I predictable? In chat, tell me, am I predictable? Are my jokes predictable? No. F in chat is to pay respects. Put like a...
Pay respects for the diarrhea joke?
If I'm predictable, then put a fail, VG Punk's fail, on my camera. And if I'm not predictable,
Your joke was kind of shitty.
then do anything else. No, he put an F. What? No. No, not predictable. Man, why do you hate me? This is just paying my respects. Scanner mode.
Like Spycon said, we just think you tell shitty jokes.
Right away, Commander.
I mean, it's true. I'm a comedian. I am a comedian. I'm a comedian with a potty mouth. What? Did I break him? I think I broke him.
No, you didn't break me.
Oh. What is this Umtis that we're listening to? It's pretty
It's a
cool.
Guardian Legend, man. Have you never played the Guardian Legend?
No.
You are not doing yourself any favors, man.
Apparently I don't do myself many favors. Oh, wow.
Let's see. You like bullet hell shmups, because that's what that is.
So, we have a couple things on the vote list that I'd like to turn your attention to. First, we've got Synthetic Demon from Doom.
I already voted for it.
We also have Whiterun from Skyrim. You know that one, right? And everybody,
Yeah,
do you guys know that one? It goes,
He's gonna sing it for us.
like a good neighbor or like a good Jarl, Whiterun is there. Right?
You all right?
What's going on? Is
I'm
everything
hearing
okay?
crashing and swearing from behind me here.
Yeah, I've never played Guardian Legend now. Scanner mode. Did I get everything?
As you wish.
Yeah, I did.
All
Get
right,
everything.
I'm just gonna let me just go and grab that YouTube.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you YouTubing?
Hang on.
Oh, you're pulling up Guardian Legend?
SNES drunk. I gotta do SNES drunk. Yeah, let me all right, let's see.
What was Guardian Legend on?
/VG Punks.
What was it on?
The NES, man.
Oh, it was on NES.
Friendship
Oh, okay.
now engaged.
I probably
No
have it
anomalies
then
detected.
on the emulator.
There you go.
Ah, thank you.
Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems.
So good.
I'll have to check that out.
Is that mapped? Is that fully mapped? Yes. System
All right.
map.
I'm going to AFK for just a bit. I will be right back. Don't touch that dial.
He's gonna go watch that video, and he doesn't want us to see him get the.
Bap. Woo, woo, woo.
What she said.
Guys, I'll be right back. Don't touch that dial. I am back.
Shh, shh, here he is.
There we go.
Ah. It was some delicious.
Songs.
Yes.
We kept hearing noise from my sister in the background now, so we figured that you hadn't been distracted by boobies. But now that you're back, we need to go over the plan for next Saturday.
The plan for next Saturday.
Yes, because we have to cancel the stream for next Saturday.
Oh yeah,
correct?
we were gonna make. I was gonna make that announcement earlier, and I got sidetracked. Okay. So the plan is that, guys, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to cancel the stream next Saturday. We have a lot of work to do on episode 4, and we're super focused on doing exactly that. So next week, we're canceling. Well, for more reasons than that, but.
That's not why we're canceling. We're canceling because Commander Psycon is not going to be available.
And Commander Psycon also will not be available. So we're kind of like, multi-purpose for canceling there. But, it's going to be good. But Psycon has really cool stuff happening. And I realized that we started talking about this during our release. During our premiere, and then we never actually went back and talked about it during the Q&A session.
Yeah, didn't close that loop.
So what's going on, Commander Psycon? What? That rhymed. Oh, he's AFK. Great. Well. I know I love Final Fantasy music, but next up, oh man, I can't wait for this one.
Turtles 3?
Oh yeah, I voted up that Turtles 3, man. Scanner mode.
Aye, Commander.
What was your favorite Turtles beat-em-up game?
I want to say the original arcade one, man.
So the actual arcade cabinet or the NES arcade?
No, the actual arcade cabinet.
Because it was, remember on the NES, it was called the arcade game.
Yeah, I remember, but it was different, right? It had different levels, and there was content in that version that was never in the arcade, which was cool.
I loved that, actually.
And it was a really, really impressive technical achievement that they ported that the way that they did to the NES. That having been said, I was never a Turtles fan.
Safety protocols
when the Turtles were kind of in their heyday. It was a little bit after my time. But as far as, the games go, yeah, the arcade game was kind of my favorite.
There it is. I liked it.
Okay.
I really liked the arcade game on NES. I thought it was a lot of fun. I actually really love the additional levels. Although the one where you're in it's almost like a dojo kind of thing, or I guess that's what it's supposed to be. All
right. So as far as that game goes, okay, I need an opinion from you.
Go ahead.
All right, Leo, Raph, Mike, or Don?
Leo, every day, all day.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
I knew it.
Scanner mode. Don't get me wrong, just like everyone in the world, I love me some Michelangelo, but Raph and Leo are like my two favorite characters. I love the rivalry that just is constantly on with those two. But I also love the camaraderie between... Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer is always Donatello.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also really like the camaraderie between Mikey and Don. Yeah, Donatello is also awesome.
The correct answer every time is Donatello.
Yeah, but also, who's your favorite turtle, and why is it Michelangelo?
When it comes to TMNT arcade game, it was always Leo.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leo had the best combos.
Okay, that's fair.
If you check my camera real quick.
Oh yeah, we were trying to do that earlier, actually. We're checking your camera. Oh, hey, you still have it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So this was actually the first gift I ever received from my dad. So I have had this for about 32 years now.
I'm paying my respects. That's awesome. It's really cool that you still have that. So, but we had mentioned earlier that during the premiere, there was some news, and then we never touched back on it for you. And it's also part of the reason that we're canceling the next stream. So why don't you? What's going on, man? You had some news.
So I'm getting an upgrade.
Affirmative.
I'm finally getting an indoor plumbing house.
He's upgrading the roof over his head.
Yeah, I'm getting gigabit service. I'm gonna be getting basically I'm moving into a new house. So this next week is gonna basically be about like 5-6 days to move everything that we've got. So we've been like just donating whatever we don't possibly need or want to take, or throwing it out.
5 or 6 days to move. 5 or 6 days to move.
Completing system scan. Stand by.
That seems very quick.
Actually, that seems really slow, but that's not a judgment on Commander Psychon. That's a reflection of how freaking much I have moved in my life. That I can get a house, I can get it packed up and ready to move in 2 weeks, and to actually move from one house to another in 2 days.
Fair.
I mean, also to be fair, like, we have lived in this house for over 20 years, and I mean, before that, this house belonged to my grandpa.
Respect, man. Respect. You got to put down the kind of roots that I never had a chance to.
Everyone's situations are just so different.
Yeah, that's the main big news is, I mean, we're moving, and I mean, we have a lot of things we have to sort through for like basically almost 50-60 years worth of memories from this entire house.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
It can be tough. I wish I was there to help you, man.
Completing system scan for cartography.
Yeah, and during the pandemic, too. I didn't even consider that for a second.
Pandemic isn't really going to impact it all that much, right? I mean, it did sound like you guys are paying some movers to come in and move everything for you?
Yeah, for this next weekend, essentially, is where we're going to have all the big furniture and stuff moved out, so that's going to
That's something that I've never done. I've always moved all that stuff myself. But it's a little bit different for Psychon's situation, because he's it's just him and his mom, right? And his mom's kind of elderly, so you can't expect her to be moving no couches.
Wait, what?
I would not say that. Let me put it this way.
To her face or within earshot?
Very Master Sergeant.
So yeah, not to her face.
And I am.
That's true, though. That's true. Having met your mom, yes, that's true.
I've never met his mom, so I'm talking out of my ass right now, and I apologize. Understood. Apologize if I insulted you, Commander Psychon. Not really, but.
No, it's just we have a lot of like big furniture type stuff that we have to move.
Wow, so the ammonia world here is mapped, but the terraformable is not.
Huh. Somebody who didn't know what they were looking
I'm
for.
not sure like me in that they were looking instead for terraformables for just ammonia and like
Hyperspace
water world.
velocity reach.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I got 3 terraformables here plus an ammonia world. Two terraformables and an ammonia world. So I'll be here in a minute.
I am running into a lot of just very empty places, it seems like.
I have had a run of star systems where there was just 1 or more stars and no planets.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I've been getting too.
Which is interesting, right?
It is. It very much is.
So, no, Commander Cyclone, we're very excited for you moving into a new house. It's a big deal, and it's a new house, right? It's new construction, which is interesting. I've never done that.
It's kind of a...
Affirmative.
Oh, so it's like a new house?
Yeah, like they just finished building it, and we just did our inspection of the place this last week.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So probably
Now,
no chance
I
of
think it's
ghosts.
gonna be a bit tricky. Is
Well,
that-
I mean, there's always the chance it was built on the old Indian burial ground.
Everywhere is an old Indian burial
I
ground.
mean, San Antonio, yeah, it's pretty much old Indian burial ground anyway. But the thing that's going to be a little tricky is while we receive our keys to start moving in this next week, we're actually not going to be able to have the refrigerator inside the house until like Monday or Tuesday of the following week. So we might have like a couple of days where we don't have like we don't have anything refrigerated.
I see.
Yeah, make some key lime pie. It's all good.
Yeah, that or we can order takeout or something.
Why? Wait, why is that? Why key lime pie in specific?
You don't know about key lime pie?
No.
Key lime pie is a really, really interesting confection.
Do tell.
Because it does not need to be baked, nor does it need to be refrigerated.
Huh. Okay.
Other than toasting the crust when you're making a graham cracker crumb crust, it needs no baking. You take egg yolks, key lime juice, and sweetened condensed milk, mix it all together, and that key lime juice is acidic enough to denature those egg yolk proteins and soft set the filling.
Woke says, I know they're the worst. Commander Puggle, key limes, though, are expensive as fuck. And Woke, I guess
Try-
that is a redeeming quality. Don't need
Try
much
buying them-
and doesn't go
Try
bad.
buying them in Alaska.
Try buying them in Alaska? How come?
Yeah, key limes. You think they're expensive in San Antonio?
Oh, I don't know where Commander Puggle is from. Commander Puggle could be Canadian. I wouldn't know. I don't think that's never come up between us. We've never. Where are you from, Commander Puggle? If you don't mind, saying it. He says, I am in fact Canadian.
Yep, there you go. So probably a little bit cheaper for me than they are for him.
Okay.
But not much. Actually, they might be more expensive for me than they are for him because they have to cross 2 borders instead of just 1.
True. Scanner mode.
I'm not sure how expensive they are here. Probably not very much, considering that we don't have we have small sales tax, like really small sales tax. But I mean, also we don't have income tax or state tax or anything. So
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna to share this. It's kind of fudging things a little bit, right? But you can get bottled key lime juice, and it works just fine, right? But although it is bottled and it's pasteurized, so it's not quite as fresh tasting as squeezing fresh key limes. But you can get some regular old Persian limes, zest those puppies, and put that in your pie, and it'll taste just fine.
Complete.
Puggle says, I'm delivering domestic appliances in Federation space. My life is complete.
All integrity is within
Yeah, space trucking across it. I don't want to get us DMCA'd. Sorry.
He's in Futurama then.
Stand by. Gathering information.
dun,
Our
dun,
talk
dun.
has now been up.
No, don't. You're gonna get us DMCA'd.
Did you guys see that the whole DMCA takedown thing hit the guitarist from Dragon Force?
Did it really?
His account's been, his channel's been suspended.
I wonder if it
Because
was for. He was.
shredding some Dragon Force tunes on his guitar
Oh wow.
on stream.
Wow. I wonder if they'll unban.
Oh, maybe
Well,
so.
See, here's the
Scanner
thing,
book.
like, technically, while
Aye, aye.
he might be, like, the creator, it doesn't always necessarily mean he's the owner, because, I mean, that generally goes to the studio.
Buggle says, what if there's a world in ED whose primary export is limes that are really good for making pies? Then
I
we
mean, there's
must
a
go
world
there.
or not a world, but there's a station where you can get rum. Or, at least, brandy.
No, there's a station to get rum too.
Yeah, now they have one.
I mean, you can get leathery eggs from Ridley.
Right? Trick or treat. Raise the shields. Raise the shields.
For this.
Raise the shields. He's gonna go AFK. He's gonna like... Oh yeah, I should probably like... knock out his camp. So I've got to like come up with a process for that. The peeps going AFK. An interesting thing. What about Pew Pew? Oh wait, I didn't check. Did I check the system map in this system yet? Oh, there's nothing here. Yeah. Man, like, it's to the point where, like, I'm getting a lot of system scans that haven't been fully discovered, but when I do find systems that have anything notable in them, they already have been discovered. So I'm like, what happened to those other systems?
Well, like I said,
Well, Garrett
a lot
raised
of
the
those
shields.
people who came from Distant World 2, usually they wouldn't care about terraformables per se. They were looking for, like, areas where they could find, like, ammonia worlds, you know, water worlds, earth-like, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, says I heard raise the shields. I was thinking there was a Pew Pew opportunity, maybe just the dogs. So trick or treaters. So you know,
Our
raise
talk
the
has
shields.
been updated.
Yeah.
These days, right? Especially because like pandemic. Yeah, not well. Maybe for Bob, maybe he got some Pew Pews out of it. Depends on who's at the door, I guess. Stand your ground. Yeah. We haven't had anybody yet, and our door's just like hanging out, open. Nobody's come. I don't know if the light's on though. I don't know what we're doing. Scanner mode.
Right away, Commander.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Getting some more scans. Hopefully gonna find something worthwhile at some point. Get some more first discoveries. How's it going for you, Psychon?
It's been going okay. I'm getting the system data, but it's mostly just, you know, snowballs and stuff.
Okay. Oh, I finally did find one. I have a candidate for terraforming that has not been scanned in any way. Oh, that's amazing. Finally. Psychon, I'm still kind of catching, like, wind or your breath or something. No? Yeah, much
Right,
better.
I will be right back in 1 minute.
Okay. All right. And so it was only me. I'm lonely. So lonely. Hopefully we'll have the new cameras working pretty soon here. Vanderpuggle, I started using ED Discovery. It makes doing system checks so much faster. Dude, it totally does. I also love that it synchronizes with Inara. Very cool thing that you can use for like tracking and collecting data about like your, your exploits. Very cool. Because sometimes that can be really hard to gauge without sort of an overhead. So I remember before, I think I was comparing doing the. So there's sort of like a beginner's, if you will, like rare goods trading route. I forget what it's called at the moment. But I was comparing that to doing bounty hunting to see like how much more I got. All right, Sonic, thanks for stopping in, man. Always good to have you. All right, we are sliding in nice and close. Heh. Thanks, man. I always do. Let's hit the delta pattern. And let's hit the other side of the planet. Boom. 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 There we go. And 100%. Nailed it. Next system en route. Yeah, I also sync mine with EDSM and use that data to track what systems I've visited and anything notable that was in the, that was there in the spreadsheet. Yeah, I synced all of the above, definitely. Yeah, I synced.
That was fun.
Ah, there you are. Let me go ahead and turn your camera back on. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, trick-or-treaters.
Trick or treaters.
Trick-or-treaters.
Did anyone calculate how many hours it would take to map out all of ED?
I suspect that Frontier may have.
Perhaps. Puggle says, because my list of systems visited, what Inara report and what EDD estimated are 3 different numbers, so I'm glad I keep my own record. Oh yeah, absolutely.
No? Okay. Sorry.
What? I was honestly expecting it during the space trucking song, but then it never came, and I was like, "What's that?"
Well, I can't sing and jaw harp at the same time, man. It just doesn't work.
Not with that
I mean,
attitude.
If you want to sing, I'll jaw harp. Right? You ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Space trucking. Wait. I don't know. I don't actually know this song.
You don't know Star Trekking? Who
No.
doesn't know Star Trekking?
I don't know Star
Guys,
Trekking.
Don't hit me with the lyrics.
Yeah, put the lyrics. That's not gonna help. I know if I've never heard it, I don't know the tune. Scanner mode.
You got a great big convoy.
Making it so.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Starboard bow. Nothing.
What
Screw
would you?
up, Jim.
What would you do with a
I'm gonna
drunken
say-
sailor?
Oh, if we want to talk about trucking, there's a movie that he definitely needs to see if he hasn't already.
What's that?
Who's he?
The guy who has never seen any movies.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Course adjustment.
No, never seen Smokey and the Bandit. No.
Hey guys. Hey, speaking of movies, and since we're segueing in that, I mean, Smokey and the Bandit, that's Charles Bronson, right? But isn't that Charles Bronson? Who was that? No, Burt Reynolds. Sorry. I get those two mixed up all the time because they did look kind of similar. Anyway, F in chat because we lost a legend today.
Yeah,
Wait, was that today?
That was today.
yeah.
You're talking about Connery?
I'm talking about Sean Connery.
Yeah, that was today.
The world is a less awesome place today because we lost Sean Connery.
That's true. F in chat, everyone, for Sean Connery. And my respects, for sure.
On the other hand, he's the first celebrity in a long time to die just of old age. Instead of, cancer or drugs or suicide or failed masturbation attempt. I mean...
Wait. Failed masturbation? Did that happen?
Yes.
Scanner mode.
Acknowledge, Commander.
That happened. That didn't happen. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you fail a masturbation attempt?
David Carradine. Maybe he succeeded too well.
He went too far. Yeah.
Huh. Rolled a 1 on that check, I suppose.
Rolled a 1.
Scanning now.
Alright, I'm gonna beat off. Alright, roll a dexterity check.
Commander Puggle on what check? A dex check? Roll it.
You just died.
Well, maybe it was nature that he failed.
You fumble. Dramatically. You're dead. Wow. F. Big F.
But, yeah, I mean, like, the other reason why you would definitely want to watch Smokey and the Bandit is because that would be the perfect time for Commander Taylor here to join in with his jaw heart.
Maybe. So maybe Commander Puggle, he said that would be a strength check then. Like, maybe that's the problem. Maybe he was supposed to roll a dex check, but he actually rolled a strength check, and he didn't fumble it at all. He critted it.
Oh, he got a nat 20?
Scanner mode.
Okay, Commander.
Didn't know he had that G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip.
In David Carradine's case, I think it's more of an agility check.
Agility check? Max Press. Bringing it back to AD&D. Remember Max Press? Remember that was a stat?
Oh man, was that revision 2?
That was revision 2, yeah.
That was AD&D 2.0.
Hmm. And Thaco.
Yeah, I remember Thaco. I hated that mechanic. It was like if D&D can get rid of one thing, it'd be Thaco. That would make D&D so much better.
They did get rid of Thaco.
I know, but I'm talking about, man, I mean, that was 14-year-old me thinking that, right?
Oh. I was like, bro, they're not still on 2nd edition, right?
Yeah, I remember. I know. I mean, I haven't played 2nd edition, but...
Under 2nd edition rules.
Anytime you wanna jump in, man, you just let me know.
Yeah, I'm too old for D&D.
No, you're not.
Look.
What?
Huh?
Dave? You like started to say something and then like stopped immediately.
Yeah, I heard him say lick and then stop. So
I wasn't sure if that was an abort mission or if...
No, I was gonna say something about, look, you may not think that you can be too old for anything, but
Woke says I skipped a bit. Are we still on failed masturbation? No.
yes.
Commander Taylor just insisted that he is, and I quote, too old for D&D, or too old to play D&D. Which I'm like, how? You're never too old to play D&D. What?
No, it's the whole, adult responsibilities thing, and
Yeah, so what Woke said. Too cool, more like it.
so that whole trying to find time for it, right? I mean, I think I explained this to you earlier in the week. Just the way my schedule works, right? I'm at work, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, and then I come home and you're looking at an hour for dinner, right? And then after dinner, I might get an hour to work on project stuff. And then after that, it's, a couple hours of family time, and then send the kid to bed, and then I've got an hour to decompress with the wife, right? And then we go to bed. So finding time to squeeze extracurriculars in is kind of tough.
Right, so that's your
40-somethings.
Right, that's your weekday that you just described. Do you actually have a weekend? Like, do you have days where you're not at work?
My weekends are right, Saturday I get up, we make a pretty nice sizable brunch for Saturday because we sleep in, right? And then I might have some time for some errands that I don't otherwise have time to run during the week, and we go and do those, right? And then I have to get ready for the stream, and the stream eats up most of my day.
Okay.
Right? Because this is 3 hours, which is a significant amount of time.
Sure.
But this is my 3 hours of scheduled game and socializing time for the week, right? It's non-negotiable. It's on the schedule. It happens no matter what. Right? And then Sunday is my day for everything else. That's my day to try and just unplug and do stuff I want to do. I want to sit down and play, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I get to do that, right?
That's our D&D day. But we only go for like 2 hours, so.
Right, but that's still, you guys' schedule and the time zone that you're playing in doesn't quite line up. Right? Simply because you're 3 hours ahead of me.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm trying to take that time and spend it with my wife and my daughter.
Oh, yeah. So, what you're saying is they can play too.
Yeah.
That's how I heard it just now.
If you think you can talk them into playing D&D, you are welcome to try.
Very well.
So I promise Red Ride that she can do artwork for us.
It's all, you know what? I can't get her to do artwork from me.
She's gonna make artwork for her. Lol.
Like,
Woke. Taylor, did you ever
this-
consider sacrificing sleep?
I mean,
He also says, so is the advice to not have kids?
How much more sleep do you think I can sacrifice? Because I only get 6 hours a night.
I like how he snuck a yeah in there.
So the thing is that for the times when I was still working at the hotel, I only averaged about like 4 hours of sleep a night.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I had plenty of time, but I don't have those same responsibilities that Taylor has.
Yeah,
With the kind of I would.
Yeah, we're not talking about the maintenance work and stuff that I do around the house, and the chores and things like that. I mean, those all eat up time too, right?
yeah, of course.
So, on the weekend I cook dinner and I do the dishes and stuff like that, because that's all stuff that poor Millie has to do every day during the week. So I try to give her a break from that as well.
Yeah, we kind of. I mean, we cook pretty often. Cook pretty often here. A lot of times people order like food and stuff, but we try not to do that as much as we can. Wait, was this really the next one? I feel like that's a long way out. Oh wow, that actually is quite a ways out. Wait, oh no. Huh, interesting. Anyway.
What's that?
Oh, I went to target this planet that was only like about 100 light, like on the system map, it looked like it was only 100 light seconds out from the previous one, but it turns out it's like almost 3,000 light seconds out, and I'm like, wait, it's a bit of a gap.
I'm going to point out that I'm getting a kick out of my camera placement in this scene.
Why is that?
Because if I look over at you... You see that?
What?
I'm looking up at you from my camera. You see that? I love it.
Yeah, that is actually pretty cool.
Wait, do that again.
What? Dude.
Do that again. Look down at me. There we go. Got it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm working on getting all of our cameras set up so that they'll be in the appropriate places. We'll be doing a little bit more of that work tonight, right? Psycho?
Got it. Where should I drop that? Should I drop that in GGG General?
Yeah, drop it in a general. For sure.
So, hey,
did you see the link that the video I dropped in general just a minute ago?
No.
Go look at that.
Wait, what is this video?
It's the thing.
Oh. Ha!
It's the thing.
Oh, the dance lull. I'll have to jump into that later. I don't want it. It started chewing my bandwidth up. Like my PC's, my connection's like, please stop downloading stuff while you're uploading.
So, what was the movie that we watched this last weekend, VG?
The movie this last weekend? That was Frankenstein.
Yeah, last Sunday.
Was Frankenstein?
The old Karloff Frankenstein?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I had only seen it in chunks, so I had never actually seen it all the way through, and I never saw the end. I just heard about what happened at the end.
The windmill and the fire?
And the fire.
Yep.
I also I never actually saw the part where he like throws the girl into the water, and like I didn't realize that she straight drowns. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Puggle, how come you've decided to cease trade in domestic appliances? Did the I don't know.
Because bio-waste is more profitable.
Are you gonna be poop running? Gotta run that doo-doo. The small amount of credits I was making per delivery isn't worth the fact that it doubles the number of jumps I have to make between stations. I've heard good things about what is the trade route called? Do you remember that rare goods trade route?
Yeah, the rare commodities route.
Yeah, what is that called?
That's what it's called. It's the rare commodities loop.
No, there's a name for it. I thought they had like a name. Hold on.
No, I mean it's good if you're flying, like a Cobra Mark III.
You mean like going on the Hutton orbital run?
Yes.
Go get yourself a couple of those Hutton mugs and the
Go buy some mugs.
What's that?
Huh. I don't know what I could have sworn there was a name for it.
You know, we did a lot. I mean, he looks like he's trying to do some power play stuff.
Oh, it's power play. Okay. Yeah, you did mention that.
So, looks like he's not out for profit, right? He's just trying to turn a profit while he's doing that.
Yeah, word. By the way,
that makes sense. He's not grinding rank or anything like we were with the old Muganagi data runs, right? And And the passenger runs. Remember the passenger runs?
The passenger runs were fun.
Refugees?
Yeah. And then most of the time having to smuggle them.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun. I can't wait to be back in the bubble.
This is your captain speaking. We hope you all are wearing deodorant today because things are about to get very warm. Closes heat vents.
By the way, ninjas, we should begin looking for an LZ.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we're not going to be close to each other, but
That's okay. We don't always have to be.
That's normal for this type of this leg of our journey, right? Yeah, but we do need to keep an eye toward how much progress have we made today. You know, we're having to travel 18,000 light years to get to our next waypoint. On average, we're going to average 2,000 to 3,000 light years per episode, right?
Oh wow. Woke says, where can I find some occupied escape pods? What are you planning on doing with them?
that's something we'll talk about in a couple of weeks.
I mean, Woke, are you in Colonia?
He says, none your business. To the what are you gonna do with them?
System map. I can't say it. I want to. I so badly want to, but you don't have a way to bleep me out.
You get to say it next stream.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, next stream.
Not next. Yeah, next stream. You're right.
Really? Oh yeah.
Private collection. What are you doing with them, Woke?
What are you doing with them, Woke?
Are you experimenting?
Can't let you do that, Woke.
No.
Colors.
Slaves?
Colors. You said you weren't gonna do it!
I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. Anyway, AFK a sec, guys. I'll be right back.
Alright. Alright, this is the destination. Oh, wow. It's funny that, like, all of these are mapped. Or these are, like, first discovered already. But not everything in the system is. Alright, I'm gonna head to this metal-rich body and put down next to these geological signals. Oh man, I love FTL, dude. This is such a fantastic game. Alright. So we're heading about 1,351 light seconds to this planet. And this will be my landing zone for the evening. Dude, this is such an awesome song.
I'm back.
I have something stuck in my teeth and it's slowly driving me insane.
Is it a pubic hair?
No, it's not a pubic hair. Really? Really? Wait, hold on. Really? Really? Did you see it? I'm gonna have to, like, face palm that way, too. I can't wait to set up Sycon's camera. This is gonna be awesome. Unless he fell asleep, that would not be as awesome.
I don't hear he's snoring.
That doesn't mean that he's not asleep. What?
did we DVR that shit?
I think we did. We caught it as part of another thing. Like, it's in another highlight where I was like, I thought I just heard him snoring. And then we found out later that that actually was him snoring. He's. I feel like he has something to say, but he's not saying it. I don't know why he's holding back. Oh my. Okay, I'm careening. This is me careening. Okay, can we stop careening? That would be really nice. Whoa, these... Alright, the orbital pattern for this particular star is, whack.
Like that, huh?
Yeah, it is whack, actually. That is so weird. It's like intersecting everything.
I don't see it. So.
Oh,
System map.
let's see if I can pull that out from the orrery. Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah, that's a they've got a 1-to-1 orbital resonance. They will never collide because they're pulling on each other.
Weird. Puggle says, I mean, I once fell asleep during a D&D session. We actually had a player one time that... Oh my god. We had a player one time when we were doing in-person sessions here at the house, who, like, fell asleep with a Mountain Dew in his hand and, like, spilled it, like, all over himself. It was pretty funny. It's like, how do you fall asleep with a Mountain Dew in your hand? I guess caffeine affects people in very different ways.
I mean... Can we get in trouble for doing dead air lives here? Because
oh, I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah. Oh wait, is this planet going super fast? Is this another one of these? I think this is another one of these that's going like super duper fast.
So wait, Commander Taylor, what did you say about those planets again? Something about they'll never collide?
No, the stars, the two stars that are orbiting each other the way they are, they have their orbits are intersecting, but they're in a 1-to-1 orbital resonance, so they're pulling on each other. So every time they pass each other, they exchange kinetic energy from the gravitational pull on each other. So one will slow down, the other one will speed up, and then the other one will slow down, and the first one will speed up. And because of that, because they're always exchanging energy like that, they'll never actually collide with each other.
So, in a way, you could say that they'll never give you up, never let you down, never run around and hurt you.
Why would you do this?
Yes. Yes.
Did you really? You did not just do that on our stream. Why would you?
Icon rolled.
And we
Nice.
are. And that's our show, everyone. Oh, that's the fire alarm.
Oh. Kisa must be cooking again.
It's time to change your batteries.
Slide engaged. That is actually what's going on.
He says that is actually what's going on.
Confirmed. Ooh, I like this song. It's good. Whoa.
Combat mode?
Actually, you know what? Was there anything in the system with Jumponium on it? Because, I mean, I have time. It feels like it'd be worthwhile to seek that out.
Sure.
Molybdenum, yttrium, cadmium, vanadium, selenium. Be kind of nice to have. Magnesium.
You know what? I'm just like, whatever's here is here, and I'm just gonna land and go get it.
No polonium, sadly. Bummer.
What?
You broke the pixie.
She's singing it now. It's awful.
I want her in here singing it. I want to hear this. What is wrong with me?
Well, I'm keeping a list. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not keeping a list.
He's adding a Jira ticket.
Yeah, we're keeping a Jira ticket of everything that's wrong with you. It would be a Jira ticket, of course.
Ooh, 6 probes in landable. This has got to be probably more than 1G. Ought to be interesting.
Uh-oh. Don't die. When you die, you lose the most important part of your life. Wokes, a Jira ticket would imply that it might be fixed.
Could be. I'm not above improving myself.
We know what he means by that.
Hear that? Emma agrees with me.
It's in the backlog.
Can you tell he also works IT?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, well, more than that. We've had our side conversations as well.
Me too. He and I very quickly became friends, and you know, that's unusual for me. And I actually am really grateful for that.
It is unusual for you. And I'm also very grateful for that. I think that the both of you are just awesome members of this community, and I'm really grateful to have you guys here.
Aww.
It's true.
Because we're all about positivity.
So he pinned me because Emma was going to stream Alien Isolation, and I'm like, oh yeah, hook me up. Right? And so I get in there, and it's awesome, right? She's streaming it, and she's pretty, and I can listen to her talk all day long because she's got a cool accent and a nice voice, and she's playing like one of my favorite games. And I started talking to him on the side, and suddenly we're friends. I'm like, holy shit, where'd this come from?
Yeah, I figure even
Pixie has an accent?
Aliens could probably appreciate playing Alien Isolation.
I've played Alien Isolation. I own Alien Isolation. Scanner mode. Wait, not scanner mode. Analysis mode.
Acknowledged.
There we go. Need my comp scanner. Okay.
So, looks like, wait, Pixie has an accent? You know, accents are relative things, right?
Yeah, accents are relative things.
So, to my ears, she has an accent, but then to your ears, my wife has an accent.
Affirmative.
And I most definitely have an accent. I most definitively.
Right? Wait. Y'all want to hear an Alaskan Native accent?
I love how you just said y'all.
Well, see, in the part of the country I'm from, it's not y'all, it's yins. The yins want to hear an Alaskan Native accent?
Okay.
Hang on a second. Hey.
Are you just getting your wife to talk? Is that what's going on?
Really?
Yeah, I knew he was doing this.
I only have an accent when I'm around my cousins or when I'm tired, okay? So I don't hear it. But Bobby, though, is making fun of me. So
I also don't really hear an accent. But, you know... Do you hear...
Okay, so...
Me? It sounds closest to like the Minnesotan accent.
Okay.
I had a friend from Minnesota, and he was the same way when, like, if we put him on the spot, then, like, we'd look at him and go, hey, Chad, are you from Minnesota? He'd go, shut up, yes, I'm from Minnesota, and it would get really thick. But back in 6th grade, yeah, me and Rachel went on a class trip up to the mountains for 3 days, and it was me and something like 30, mostly actually, yeah, it was all native kids except for one. And,
oh, wow.
you know, one of the teachers was native, and the moms and all that. So by the time I got back, both of us our accents were just really thick. And Bobby was like, "Oh my God, open your mouth when you talk." I'm like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about, man." Gee, Liz. And he thought it was hilarious. And Rachel, "You sound like my teacher." Shut up. I was around a bunch of native kids for 3 days. What the heck do you expect, huh? Jeez. And if I'm really tired, like, if you're on a call with him, say, about 11, late our time, then you'll hear it, or early in the morning. So, or if I'm around my cousins.
Apparently,
so me and my cousin.
Apparently, Pixie is loving the accent.
It only comes out when I'm around my people, okay? Oh my goodness. Jeez. When I'm on the phone, like, if I'm at work, then I sound like a white person. And then I can get off the phone and talk to my native coworkers back when I worked in an office. And we would go from, "Thank you for calling Credit Union 1. This is Millie Taylor. How may I help you?" to, "James, Gwen, did you hear that? Oh my God, that guy was such a jerk, huh?" And she goes, "I know, right? Man."
Customer service voice. I get it too.
So, yeah, there's the accent. I'm going to finish up my letter. Now I'm all embarrassed. Just for that, I'm going to blow my nose right into the microphone.
Uh-oh.
So, I can.
I'm scared.
You ready? I'm going to blow my nose.
We're all ready. Wait.
There you go. Ow. Alright, handing him back over.
Hey, it worked! What? What? It worked!
Her sneezing must have fixed it.
Apparently! Did you see it? He redeemed lemons and it totally worked. Oh my gosh, this application. So do I delete or do I leave? I don't know what to do. We're gonna need...
See if it works. There it goes. I need to draw more of those.
Yeah, they're great. I do like them.
So,
all right.
Yeah, I still have the original source, layers and stuff for VG Punk's fail. I wonder if I could turn that into, the animation.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be funny.
I like it. See, like, I think they make better, like, animations than they do emoji. The fail one is good, but I feel like we're due for a redesign on them.
Well, I mean, I draw what inspires me, right?
Woke says, "Can you say pew pew before you shoot? Is there a button for that?" Well, okay. Pew 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 pew. That would get irritating after a while. Come on.
No, you got it correctly. It's pew 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 pew.
Ooh, ooh. Oh man. All right. I did buy Mighty Number 9, and that boss was irritating. Oof. Big oof.
Yeah. So gravity here, not as high as I was expecting.
How high is it?
0.18.
Oh. Not bad. I'm at 0.16 where I'm at.
Cargo scoop.
What'd you say, Psycho?
Just a tiny pop.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a pretty sizable planet, but it's not very dense. That's what that tells you. Not very dense.
I see.
Not as dense as, say, Commander Cyclone's head.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's on the
cargo scoop.
You know what? Just based off that, and just so that it's going to be close to this entrance stage, I'm going to say,
I love you, Saigon.
I'm going home.
All right, so yeah, we're getting really close here. We need to find ourselves a nice little raid target.
We do. Don't we?
Who's in the crosshairs this evening? Let's find out.
I voted for Pixie La Luna, but she's not streaming yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's streaming. Let's see. Do we have any community streamers that are currently live? I need to find out. Let's find out right now. In the community, perhaps Night Adora. Let's check Night. Yes, Night Adora is live. Wow, how am I not following Night Adora? Perfect. We will. Our raid target this evening is Night Adora. Everybody, stay tuned. What is she? So she is currently playing. I'm Scared. Is that a game? I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, I guess it's a game. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Interesting. It sounds scary. The title of her track is "It's Happy Halloween, Time to Scream. I see a clown on her camera. I'm very scared." So, personally,
just a reminder to everybody watching right now, we are taking next weekend off. So next time will be 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today will be the next show. That will be episode 49 of this trip. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are too.
That being said, hey, Will, hit me up on Discord, man. I miss talking to you. That's all right. You guys don't have to get all quiet and shit. Damn, don't make it weird, all right?
Oh yeah, I was working on that just chatting scene too. Well, I guess that's all the time we've got for the day, huh? Oh wait, I can't cut without a good view. Hold on. Now we gotta get a good view of this place first. That's a given.
Night Adora, is that night like Knigget?
I put it in the creative team chat, but yes. Oh right. External camera.
Change camera.
I'm looking at the creative stream chat right now. Hang on.
There we go. Oh yeah, beautiful view. Gorgeous view. Let's see if we can get a little bit better view. Oh yeah, okay, there's fumerals. I'm gonna take a short recording of that before we cut. Hold on.
While you're doing that nonsense, I'm gonna do repairs.
Yeah, okay. I should probably do repairs. Maybe I'll do that next time. We'll see. Let's see. I'm just doing a short recording. A little short recording. Take up some time. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and oh wait, what do we got? Amy sometimes? I'm gonna go check them out. Actually, let me copy that out real quick. Already picked though. I really do want to raid Night Adora because we haven't raided her before. So everybody stay tuned. We're going to raid her next. I hope that you guys what is going on? Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that was weird. Where are we? There we go. Oh, right. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope that you guys all enjoyed the show because we definitely enjoy making it. Like I said, next time we have canceled our stream for next week, so be sure to check us out the week after that. Otherwise, be looking forward. Thank you, Woke. Otherwise, keep your eyes on YouTube as our episodes continue to come out every Friday. I believe at noon Central is when the next one is due, if I remember correctly. More on that in the Discord channel. If you're not part of that, go check that out in the thing. But guys, it's been fun. As always, I'm Commander VG Punks.
And Commander Taylor-MadeAK.
Commander S.A. Icon Jr.
And we are signing off. Keep a song in your heart. 07.
07.
07.
Credits be a rolling.